In the shadowy corners of the internet, where transactions are cloaked in anonymity and intentions hidden behind screens, lies Craigslist, a marketplace that has become the stage for some of the most chilling and unsettling stories ever to unfold. Tonight, we delve into two tales that traverse the thin line between ordinary online dealings and the sinister plots that lurk beneath. These stories, rooted in reality, serve as a harrowing reminder of the darkness that can dwell within the most mundane of places. Join us if you dare as we uncover the mysteries and horrors that transformed everyday transactions into nightmares. Stay tuned and remember, not every deal on Craigslist comes with a price tag you're prepared to pay.
Story 1. The Midnight Butcher. I've always considered myself an ordinary guy with a penchant for skepticism that bordered on cynicism. My name is Alex, a freelance writer with a knack for uncovering the mundane in the supposed mysteries of our world. But what I encountered one late night scrolling through Craigslist for antique furniture would challenge every ounce of my disbelief in the supernatural and push me to the brink of my own sanity. The ad was simple, almost laughable. Free meat, collection only, midnight. Look for the van with the red lantern. My initial thought was, what kind of lunatic gives away meat at midnight? Intrigued and entertained, I decided this could be an interesting angle for a story. A likable rogue, if you will, on a quest to debunk or perhaps humor the bizarre. So, I took it upon myself to meet this mysterious benefactor, armed with nothing but my wits and a healthy dose of skepticism. The safety of my own life never really crossed my mind. You see, I had always lived a charmed existence, untouched by real danger. I was good at talking my way out of sticky situations, and my charm had always been my armor. This night, I thought, would be no different. The stakes of my adventure seemed low. At worst, I'd have a laugh and a story to tell. But as I drove to the designated parking lot, the creeping unease in my gut suggested otherwise. The lot was deserted, save for an old, windowless van bathed in the eerie glow of a single red lantern. As I approached, the sliding door creaked open to reveal a man shrouded in shadows, his face obscured by the dim light. "Alex?" he rasped, his voice gravelly and unnerving. "How do you know my name?" I stammered, taken aback by the direct address. The figure chuckled, a sound that sent shivers down my spine. The internet is a vast place, my friend, full of information for those who know where to look. The danger I had walked into became palpable, the hair on the back of my neck standing on end. This was no simple exchange. I was part of something much darker than I could have imagined. "Your meat," he gestured towards several coolers in the van. The air was thick with the smell of decay, and for the first time, I contemplated the pain that might befall me if I did not tread carefully. "Thank you, but I think I'll pass," I managed to say, my voice barely a whisper. But as I turned to leave, a hand shot out, gripping my arm with an iron strength. "Not so fast. You came for a story, did you not?" His words were a threat, the unknown of his intentions paralyzing me with fear. What followed was a night of terror. He spoke of his deeds, a butcher of not just animals, but souls. I listened, horrified, as he detailed his escapades, each story more gruesome than the last. The pain wasn't physical, but the emotional torment of hearing his confessions was unbearable. As dawn approached, he released me with a warning. "Not all stories are meant to be told, Alex. Some are better left unknown." I returned home, a changed man, the encounter haunted me, a constant reminder of the danger that lurks in the unknown. I never wrote about that night, the fear of what might return, too great a risk to take. The midnight butcher remains out there, a specter of my past that I dare not revisit. This experience taught me the importance of the mundane safety I once took for granted and the stakes of delving into the mysteries of the night. It's a story of survival, of the unseen dangers that await in the shadows, and a reminder that sometimes the most terrifying tales are the ones we live ourselves. Story 2, The Tenant. I never believed Craigslist could change my life until it almost ended it. My name is John, and by most accounts, I'm your average guy, kind of charming in a next-door neighbor sort of way, with an affinity for bad jokes and good coffee. I moved to the city with dreams bigger than my budget, searching for a place to call home while I chased my ambitions. That's when I found the ad. Roommate wanted, cozy apartment seeks friendly soul, great views, better company. It seemed perfect. The previous tenant had suddenly moved out, leaving a fully furnished room that begged for someone just like me. The landlord, Mr. Thompson, was a kindly old man with a penchant for gardening and stories of his youth. He assured me the neighborhood was safe, a haven in the bustling city where I could lay my head after long days. I moved in without a second thought, my heart light with the promise of new beginnings. The apartment was indeed cozy, bathed in the soft glow of streetlights at night, casting long shadows across the wooden floors. My first few nights were peaceful, filled with the quiet hum of life around me. But soon, the comfort I found in my new home began to unravel. It started subtly, items misplaced, strange noises in the night, a feeling of being watched. I shrugged it off as the quirks of an old building, but the unease in my gut grew. Mr. Thompson mentioned in passing that the apartment had a history, a tenant long ago who'd vanished without a trace, leaving behind nothing but whispered rumors in the dark. I laughed it off. I should have listened. One night, as the clock struck midnight, the air turned cold, a chill that seeped into my bones. The shadows seemed to move, coalescing into a figure at the foot of my bed. My heart raced, my throat tight with fear as I faced the unthinkable. A ghost, a remnant of the past, staring back at me with hollow eyes. The specter spoke of a life cut short, of betrayal and a hidden truth buried within the walls of the apartment. It was a warning, a plea for help to uncover the story that led to its untimely demise. The danger was real, a threat that lurked in the shadows, waiting for a moment to strike. My safety, once a comforting blanket, was now a threadbare illusion, torn apart by the revelation of the apartment's dark past. Driven by a mix of fear and compassion, I embarked on a quest to unravel the mystery, my days spent poring over old news articles and public records. The threat of losing my sanity, my life, hovered over me like a dark cloud, the ghost's presence a constant reminder of the stakes at hand. Pain, both emotional and physical, became my companion as I dug deeper, uncovering secrets that were meant to stay hidden. Threats came in the night, whispered warnings to cease my search, but I pressed on, driven by the need to bring peace to the restless spirit that haunted my home. The unknown was my greatest adversary, the truth shrouded in mystery and darkness. but I couldn't turn back. I owed it to the ghost, to myself, to bring the story to light, to expose the heart of the danger that threatened to consume us both. In the end, the truth was more horrifying than any ghost story, a tale of greed and betrayal that led to murder. The apartment, my haven, was a crime scene, its walls silent witnesses to the tragedy that unfolded within. Mr. Thompson, the kindly old man, was not what he seemed, his garden hiding more than just flowers. As I pieced together the final clues, confronting the danger head-on, I realized that fear and bravery are two sides of the same coin. The ghost, my midnight tenant, found peace in the unraveling of its story, and I found strength in the face of fear. My life has since moved on from the cozy apartment and its dark past, but the lessons remain. Craigslist might have brought me to the doorstep of danger, but it also taught me the value of listening to the whispers in the dark, of fighting for the truth, no matter the cost.